This conference will now be recorded.
All right, so today is Tuesday, August 11th, and as always, everything that we're going to be talking about today is for educational purposes only, and nothing is intended as any type of investment advice. So a little bit slow out there. Pre-market, not really a ton going on, but definitely one of the first things we'll be looking at is this IYEN. All right, so I have a few issues with it. I just haven't really seen anything that jumps out at me. So it had some pretty okay buying at that 8 level, but it was very mixed and followed by selling. But I did like the burst that we got here, 816 to 822. Then it definitely got a little bit over that 8 level. So we are pulling back from the ask prints and the bid prints that we saw coming in at that 8. But overall, it's got it's got some buying to get to 850, but it's like I said, I'm not ecstatic about it at all. This 8 has been very, very weak all morning since I've been watching it. So overall, definitely would like to see a lot more. Something like this, I really like those prints that just came in 792. And overall, like I said, with having the buying, let's start off with about 850 and kind of move from there. Just remember, 750 is also a hard level to hold above, which it did the first time. So I wouldn't be shocked to see a pullback even further down towards that 750 level to kind of give us a little bit more information before looking for that trigger back up towards the iffy. But I mean, it's not iffy buying. The buying's there, but it's just not, for a cheap stock like this with the trading this much volume and this consolidated, I definitely would expect to just see a lot more. And like I said, would I still take the trade? I would, but it's definitely not going to be as high percentage because of the way that what we've seen out there. Next thing is NCLH. So this morning, it's trading pretty decently. It is in a little bit of a consolidation, not showing really that much of a huge range. But if we come back over here and look, I mean, the 16 level around here has been just, a mix of this big buy. You can see 1650 at 753 this morning, which would definitely, I would tend to think that we're going to end up falling down underneath 16 and basically breaking what we have, the support level, basically filling in that gap. And then based off of the selling that we've seen coming into it, it kind of confirms that a little bit. It's just very, very mixed right now because it's sitting in a consolidation all morning. But you can go both ways with it, and definitely has the prints. Definitely going to be looking for pretty decent movement today based off of the fact that it's trading more volume than it typically does during the pre-market, as well as it being pretty smooth for something that even is trading consolidated. Next thing, SRNE. So as we were coming down into that 19 level, we got some nice selling that came in. We have some nice selling at 18 and some nice selling above 18. I really like this right here that started off at 1825 and then coming into 18 bid prints. Only thing is that it really didn't break and give us anything else underneath. And I've seen really nothing but buying coming back. So it has made its pull up. The selling that we have already shows that we definitely have the ability to continue on our way down. But we're going to have to start with 1750 being a psychological number there. Overall, it looks like it's probably going to happen before the pre-market even begins, especially holding underneath that 1852 print line we have at 135,000 shares. So it's okay, but another one that it's like, I just haven't seen, that much that's really getting me excited. And then FENC. So this one of the things I like, the only reason, this is on my side list. If we didn't have, if we had more that's going on, I would have 100, this would never make it to my list. But if you look, the range is kind of there, even when it wasn't doing much. You're talking, even if it's 50 cents to $1, but you can go both ways on it. Doesn't really have the prints yet. We had some selling that came in at that 650, but not really that much. For how much it's just not really trading that much yet. But overall, like I said, it's got potential, but not a lot. It's just been a very slow pre-market. It looks like SRNE is getting some more selling coming into that 18 as I'm continuing to talk. We can see right there. All right, guys, anything else out there that I missed? I know, definitely not a lot going on there. So I was looking at INO before. Yeah, it was in that downtrend. Definitely something to look at. I mean, actually, it's a lot better now because those prints at 1650 just turned it around a little bit. So 1650, we have the print line above, pull up to there. That's, kind of what I'm going to be looking for. Pull up to there and then a trigger back down. We definitely have a little bit of riders coming in, but definitely, especially on a slower day with INO. And then NIO. It's going to be one of those type of days, huh? Where we get them mixed up. Let's see. I hate that it's at the 15, but let's see. Do we have any prints out here? Yeah, I mean, right actually, yeah, that's a lot of selling that came in around that 15-20 level. Yeah, so at lows, definitely a spot to be looking for that the new selling come in, and definitely is there. Jumped up on basically nothing. So yeah, absolutely. NIO. Definitely looks like we have the selling now to break that 15. So 1550 ask prints, but if we come over and look at the selling after it's come underneath that 1550, it's showing us definitely a lot more. And just based off the setup itself, showing us a lot more bearish than it is bullish from that, especially coming in on a downtrend. Something to think about. All right, so let's get ready for our morning. And remember, Traders Exchange at 12:30. I will talk to everyone in the chat, and happy trading.